Good afternoon. I'm here to persuade my audience that same-sex marriage should be legalized in the remaining 32 states. Banning same-sex marriage is unconstitutional. For many people, marriage is the ultimate commitment to their partner. Love is the reason why people get married. Love is not limited to heterosexual couples. It is the case why there is still a ban in 32 states on same-sex marriage. Not only is love a reason for marriage, marriage is also a legal binding contract that comes with benefits. Massachusetts in the year 2004 was the first state to legalize same-sex marriage. And since then, so many states have followed. There's been a total of 18 states that have followed same-sex marriage and allowed same-sex marriage in their state. Some were by popular vote, some were by legislatures, but overall 18 states, including Washington, D.C., has legalized same-sex marriage. Now I'll talk about how preventing same-sex couples from being able to wed affects the right to them to have families. Allowing same-sex couples to marry would decrease thousands of children in America sitting in foster homes and waiting to be adopted by a loving family. So for instance, if you're not married and you're a same-sex couple, you cannot adopt children. Allowing this marriage to happen would allow for you to adopt children. Now, if there's biological children in a same-sex relationship and they're not married, and the individual that has the children, something happens to them, the child cannot necessarily be brought down to the level, be brought to the other individual that was in the same-sex couple marriage because of legal statistics and legal issues. So therefore the child would go somewhere like another family member or to the state or who knows where, but without being married, you don't have legal rights to biological children in a same-sex relationship. Having a family and being married are desires of most people. This should be not limited to only heterosexual couples. In other words, what I'm saying here is heterosexual couples are not the only ones that should be able to marry. I don't see or know where marriage is defined by a man and a woman. Allowing same-sex couples to wed would not have any effect on heterosexual marriages. Actually, a study published on April 13th of 2009 by the Social Science Quarterly found that laws permitting same-sex marriage or civil unions had no adverse effect on marriage, divorce, and abortion rates, or the percent of children born out of wedlock. Now, in a same-sex relationship, I understand that if you're the same sex, you cannot procreate children. However, you can adopt children, you can have children from a previous marriage already, or from a previous relationship, and we just want to make sure that everything's fair across the board. You know, back in the day, African Americans were not allowed to marry unless it was within their own race. There was not interracial marriages. The Executive Board of American Anthropological Association found that more than a century of research has shown no support whatsoever for the view that either civilization or viable social orders depend on marriage as an exclusively heterosexual institution. So again, by allowing same-sex marriage to happen, you're not demoting or making less than or anything of that nature. Now let's talk about some of the legal benefits of marriage and why same-sex couples should be able to marry and receive the same benefits. Marriage is defined by a legal binding union that comes with both state and federal benefits. Same-sex couples should be able to benefit from benefits such as Social Security benefits, federal employee benefits, tax benefits, military and veteran benefits, immigration benefits. Just because you're in a same-sex relationship, you don't get access to those benefits unless you're married. Many benefits are only available to married couples, such as hospital visitation during illness, taxation and inheritance rights, access to family health coverage, and protection in the event of a loving relationship ending. Another study showed in October 2009, analysts by the New York Times estimates that same-sex couples denied marriage benefits will incur an additional $41,196 to $467,000 in expenses over the lifetime compared to a married heterosexual couple. So in other words, more expenses will be incurred by not giving the benefits to same-sex marriage. Now that we've discussed the benefits of marriage, let's discuss why so many people are against same-sex marriage. One of the biggest reasons why people are against same-sex marriage is because of their religion saying that it's a sin. The ban on same-sex marriage is unconstitutional based off the First Amendment. The First Amendment, religion and expression. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion. The United States government should not be allowed to ban same-sex marriage based on the beliefs of the religion that are not practiced by all people. So in other words, it's unconstitutional. Same-sex couples are fighting for the right to be legally recognized as a couple. They are not fighting the right to wed, have families, and reap the benefits only allowed in heterosexual relationships. The United States has come so far in the last 10 years, but it's not all the way yet there. May we come together as a union, as people, and vote for same-sex marriage. Thank you.